ないんだから。みんなウキウキしているんですね。楽しそうね。あ、バルン。それより前みたいにザケンナーが襲ってこないかが心配。大丈夫大丈夫、そうなんとも。パパ、いたパパ、プリキュラ。やだ。またありえない。
Go again, yo everyone, it is I, the Starlight Let's Player, and welcome to part 4 of Futari Pretty Cure Max Heart, the great battle where power gathers. So now we're on to the 4th stage here, and for this part we're going to be playing as Cure White. Alright, so we're on to this stage here. This just looks like a theme park, honestly. And if you're wondering, this stage is a bit longer, usually because there's a lot of foes here. And as you can see here, there's a new Zakenna that we have to face off. It's pretty much a night Zakenna. Unlike all the other Zakennas that we've seen, this one actually blocks. It will try to block your attacks, so you gotta be careful. Saying once he starts blocking your attacks, he'll eventually try to attack you, so you have to like attack really quickly, and you have to make sure you execute your attacks like really well. So yeah, I'm sure there's gonna be more new Zakennas coming out as we progress. But yeah, that's pretty much. So yeah, like remember when I said that the music is like how good the music is? I shit you not. This is actually my favorite track out of all of them. God, I really like this track a lot. In fact, I actually made like a whole like hip hop remix to it, which I'll actually show off at the end of this video. But yeah, that's pretty much this stage. You notice that some of these buildings here, they're actually based off of the fairies themselves. Earlier we just saw a Porton building, and now we're seeing Meppel and Mipple as the buildings as well. It's pretty much like a theme park, honestly. That's what it is. So some of them are just based off of the fairies, like I said. And yeah, just be aware of these enemies, because they are pretty strong. And not only that, but later on in the second act of the 4th stage, they'll have like red Knight Zakennas, which are way stronger than the original ones. So you gotta make sure, like I said, just save up your special, and you gotta make sure to save it up for the boss fights. Just a quick heads up there. I forgot to mention, like in the last few parts, you notice on the left, whenever Kill Black or Kill White is attacking, Meppel and Mipple will start jumping around. They are attached to the torsos. I wouldn't say torsos, but they are attached to their waist. So yeah, that's pretty much their expressions whenever they're fighting. Also, you'll also see shiny luminous expressions as well, whether they are attacking, or whether they clear a stage, or whether they get attacked themselves. And it's actually a pretty cool concept there. I really like it. If there's one criticism I would have to give it, and I'll probably explain it soon, but now we're going on to the boss fight. And believe it or not, it's pretty much a trash can Zakenna. When I first played this, I thought it was like a hot dog Zakenna. It looked like a hot dog maker, but it's actually a garbage disposal Zakenna. So what he'll do is that he'll try to attack you a bit physically, and he'll also drop some trash can bombs. So, well, not bombs, but actual trash cans, and you have to like look out for their shadows. so you have to dodge them while attacking them. Um, these this was the first time to where it was starting to get a bit difficult for me. That's the thing for this game. The game gets difficult as you progress, but that's what I like about certain games. They get really difficult, and not only that, but really challenging. And it actually pushed me to my limits. So that's what I really like about some of these games. That's what I like about Sonic Generations. That's what I like about fighting games. And that's what I also like about Pac-Man, Neptunia, all these types of games. They get challenging, but they get also gets fun as well. And as you saw there, we were able to defeat that Zakenna. So now we're on to the second act of the stage. Now, this one criticism that I got with Max Heart is the fact that some of the cutscenes, they are actually from the actual shows themselves. They couldn't at least try to make new ones. Instead, they have these images to where they show off these images. They are actually based off of. They actually come from some of the episodes of Max Heart, which is a bit disappointing. I was expecting something new, but it's a 2000. It's pretty much a 2005 game, so it's really not. It's really a nitpick. It's nothing for me to harp on. But yeah, uh, yeah. I want you to let me know in the comment section below if you played this game before. What is actually your favorite track of this Max Heart soundtrack? To be honest, I tried to find it on YouTube, but I couldn't even find. I could not find. I only found one video and it showed up the entire soundtrack in one video, but that's about it. And there are. And it's a bit disappointing to me, honestly. I was hoping to see like the entire Max Heart soundtrack, the Max Heart video game soundtrack, on YouTube. I noticed like like certain Max Heart soundtracks, like the original soundtrack and the vocal soundtracks, even the character drama soundtracks as well. But for the video game soundtracks, it's really lacking to me. If there is one song that is actually from a certain video game, but I'll get to it once we get to that video game. Um, so yeah, uh, yeah, I think so. Yeah, I really have nothing else to talk about, um, other than the fact that we do, yeah, we do have enough Portal dolls. As you see in the last, like I said in the last part, we unlocked a new mini game. Um, I don't know how, like I said, I don't know how many I have to collect, but I'm doing my best to collect every single one. And like I said, and there are like three mini games. Two of them we just unlocked. There's one more, so if I can at least try to collect, I think either 30 or maybe 40 these porn dolls, then we should be able to unlock the last mini game. But yeah. Oh, and about I don't know if we saw like the green ball like Zakennas, but if I don't know if we saw them in the last parts, but if we did, then I don't know. I just wanted to point that out because I don't think I've ever saw it in like the last few parts. I don't know. I'll probably look back. I'll probably look back in the probably look back from part 1 to part 3 to see if see if I actually faced off against them, because sometimes I can forget a bit, and yeah. Like I really am loving this music here. I really like it a lot. I would say this is probably my second favorite video game soundtrack of Pretty Cure. Not to say that every single one of them is bad. Even Yes Pretty Cure 5's soundtrack is pretty dope. I really like it, but nothing beats on Max Heart and Go-Go's video game soundtracks. But like I said, we'll get to Go-Go. We'll get to Go-Go eventually. But yeah, we're getting very close. These levels have gotten a little longer than the last few. The last, because like the last like stage, it was pretty short. Like it had the first act, which is extremely short. But for this game, this one part right here, this part is like it's gotten like even longer than ever. So I'm actually the more I would say that the longer these stages are, the more fun it actually gets. But anyway, as soon as we try and finish off these red knight Zakennas here, we're gonna be heading into the second boss fight of the fourth stage.
最高のステージだろう
Okay, so this is actually a worm type Zakenna. It has three different types of attacks. Basically, what he'll do is try to use a rush attack. So you have to like look for a shadow and try to get out of the way. It has a red shadow at the bottom, so once you know it, you have to get out of the way in order for it to in order to not get hit. So he'll do that rush attack, and what he'll eventually do is that he'll use his laser beam attack. So you have to like get all the way to the left in order to dodge, which I didn't obviously did there. Like I'm trying to beat this boss fight really quickly. It also throw some like spinning tops. I don't know, like those spinning tops to me, they kind of remind me of Beyblade. You know, like that's what they remind me of a lot. I remember the old days when I used to play Beyblades a lot. This was like back in like the fourth grade when I was like 10 or 11 years old, and I used to play Beyblades a lot until I got into the seventh. I think I got into the eighth grade. It was to where I stopped. I actually stopped after I graduated, after like I completed seventh grade. But yeah, that's basically the boss fight. You just have to dodge the attacks and damage them a lot, and make sure to use your special. This was pretty much one of the hardest boss fights I've ever had to face in this game, but I still like it honestly.
ブラックサンダーホワイトサンダープリキュアの美しき魂がダークな心を打ち砕くプリキュアマームレステルパンチャ
Alright, here we go. We gotta keep tapping the A button a bunch. If you notice why it took me a bit longer just to charge up the Marble Screw Max, it was probably due to the button inputs. That's just the thing though, like that you saw throughout the this part was the button inputs. It was kind of getting in the way a bit, but still I was able to get through and we beaten this boss. So yeah.
なかなかダメぽすごいですあ待て
こんなところで捕まってたまるか。お前
行かせませんナイスルミナス
チッ
ごめんなさい逃げられちゃいましたドンマイドンマイ大丈夫よはい
So that was that was actually the fourth stage. Stay tuned for part five, which we're getting to the fifth stage here. And before we end this off, like I said, like I said earlier, I love that track from the soundtrack. That is actually absolutely my favorite. And like I said, I made a remix based off of that. So uh, I'll close this out for you on your way out, so you can actually hear the whole thing. But yeah, I'll see you all in part five, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, thanks so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed, be sure to give it a like. If you want to support this channel further and join the Starlight family, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell as well so you can get updated on videos that I upload. Also, my social media is down in the description below. You can follow me on Twitter, and you can follow me on Discord. I have a Discord server called the Starlight Community, and as well you can also follow my SoundCloud. All of the links will be in the description below. But until then, this is the Starlight Let's Play signing out. As always, go Genyo and have a startastic day, everyone.